They run the biggest malls, control the largest banks, and own companies shaping the country's future, yet barely show their faces. One of them quietly built a $13 billion U.S. empire from a small shoe shop, and now they're richer than anyone else in the country. And there are more stories like that. Those are nothing like you'd expect. So today, you're about to meet the richest families in the Philippines, the Consunji family. Let's kick things off today with the Consunji family. If you've seen a skyscraper in the Philippines or crossed a long bridge, there's a good chance the Consunji family had a role in building it. Their journey started in 1954 when David M. Consunji opened a small construction company. It may have been a modest beginning, but it grew into something massive, DMCI Holdings. Today, it's one of the country's biggest names in construction, mining, real estate, and energy. David wasn't just building structures, he was building a legacy. He's known as the father of Philippine construction for good reason. After his passing in 2017, his son Isidro Consunji stepped in and now leads the business. Under his watch, they continue to grow, especially through Semirara Mining and Power, the top coal producer in the country. They also help run Maynilad, a major water service provider. Unlike many billionaires, the Consunjis don't chase the spotlight. No flashy cars or luxury trips all over social media. Instead, they quietly and consistently focus on education, housing, and healthcare. With a net worth of $3.44 billion U.S., they've made their mark by building wealth and a better future for many. The Ang family. Okay, now let's talk about someone who helps build the country. Ramon Ang, holding a tidy little $3.8 billion U.S. You know how some kids dream of being astronauts or singers? Ramon was fascinated with cars. His early business success came from selling luxury vehicles. But his real blow-up happened when he joined forces with the legendary Eduardo Danding, Cojuangco, and got into San Miguel Corporation, also known as SMC. Now, SMC isn't just about beer and hot dogs. Under Ramon's leadership, they transformed into a conglomerate beast involved in oil refining, power, toll roads, and even airports. Then there's Eagle Cement. Yeah, he built one of the top cement companies in the country. The guy went from cars to literally paving roads. And of course, the Ang family also gives back, focusing heavily on education and health initiatives, ensuring that the empire doesn't just benefit them, it builds up the nation too. The Villar family. Manny Villar's story is one of quiet growth, not loud headlines. He grew up in Tondo, one of the poorest areas in Manila, helping his mother sell seafood to make ends meet. Today, the Villar family is worth around $10.9 billion U.S. That journey started with real estate. Manny founded Camella Homes, offering affordable houses to Filipino families. It later became Vista Land, now one of the largest property companies in the country. But the family didn't stop there. They also built brands like All Home, All Day Supermarket, and Star Malls, businesses that are now part of everyday life for many Filipinos. Through all this, Manny has kept a low profile. He didn't chase attention, he focused on building. On top of their businesses, the Villar family supports communities through their foundation, Villar CPAG, which works on education and livelihood programs. From small beginnings to a major impact, Manny Villar's path is grounded, thoughtful, and inspiring. The Razon family. The Razon family also is one of the wealthiest in the Philippines, led by Enrique Razon Jr., with a net worth of around $11.1 billion US. Their business roots go back to the 1930s, starting with a small port operation. Over time, that small company turned into International Container Terminal Services, Inc. NAR, also known as ICTSI, which now manages ports all around the world, from Asia to Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Enrique Razon didn't stop at ports. He also moved into hospitality and entertainment by founding Bloomberry Resorts. This company runs Solaire Resort and Casino, a popular luxury destination in Manila. It's known for high-end rooms, entertainment, and fine dining, bringing a touch of glamour to the city. Lately, Razon has been putting money into infrastructure and clean energy projects. He's looking ahead, investing in areas that will matter in the future. On top of business, he's also active in helping people through the Enrique K. Razon Foundation. The family supports healthcare, education, and disaster response efforts. Lastly, it's time to meet the richest family in the Philippines and also the final name on today's list. When you walk into an SM mall, you may think, these people must be really rich. Well, you're right. The family behind those massive malls is not just rich. They're the richest family in the Philippines. Meet the Sy siblings, Teresita, Elizabeth, Henry Jr., Hans, Herbert, and Harley. Together, they have a combined fortune of $13 billion US. This wealth didn't come from luck or a tech startup. It all began with hard work, a small shoe store, and a big dream. Their father, Henry Sy Sr., was once a poor immigrant who opened a tiny shoe shop called Shoe Mart in Manila. It looked simple, just a man selling shoes. But that little shop later became SM Investments Corporation, one of the biggest companies in the country. Today, the Sy family owns SM Prime Holdings, the largest mall operator in the Philippines. They also control BDO Unibank, the biggest bank in the country. So yes, those cool malls with air conditioning, movie theaters, and food courts, that's all of them. After their father passed away in 2019, the Sy siblings didn't just enjoy the money. They continued growing the business quietly and wisely. Several members of the Sy family now rank among the top 10 richest Filipinos. Henry S.I. Jr. holds 5th place with $2.3 billion, followed by Hans C. at 6th with $2.22 billion. Herbert Sy at 7th with $2.1 billion and Harley Sy at 8th with $1.9 billion. Teresita Sy Coson and Elizabeth Sy share 9th and 10th places each with $1.9 billion and $1.7 billion respectively. Beyond business, the family actively supports the SM Foundation, contributing to healthcare, education, and disaster relief. So that's the wrap-up. Now, you've seen how deep their empire goes. If you found this interesting, hit like, drop a comment, share it with someone who'd be surprised, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. There's a lot more coming your way.